In this video, I'll be showing you how to set up a rent-to-rent or guaranteed rent model in Arthur. This scenario entails a company renting a property and subletting the rooms whilst paying the owner a fixed amount. The owner of the property in this situation will be Gary Plain. You need to ensure that the property owner is set to Gary Plain whilst the units are set to your name. The first step to take as a rent-to-rent setup is to create a custom analysis code to represent rent-to-rent transactions and money owed to the landlord. You can do this by going to Financials on the left-hand side of the screen and then finding Analysis Codes. Here, you can add your custom analysis code. I'm going to call this rent-to-rent. Make sure to have the type as receipt and debit or credit as credit. I'll show you why later. This is going to be paid to/by the property owner. I'm going to put no VAT on, and then make sure to select the tenancy, the property owner statement. You don't need to worry about opposite type, default paying method, and account type. One thing to always remember before clicking save is to always click sync to zero as only bill. Even if you're not integrated at the moment, this will just make things easier in future. Then click save analysis code. Now we've created that analysis code, we can use it when adding tenancies and making recurring charges. So the next step is actually to add our recurring charge. So to do this, we can head to the level where we need the recurring charge to sit. So in my scenario, I'll be renting a full property and then subletting the rooms individually. So therefore, we would apply the recurring charge at property level. To do this, go to Properties on the left-hand side of the screen. As you can see, the property owner here is Gary Plain, who represents the property owner rather than myself. If I click into this property, I can look at the units and see the unit owner is myself and is different to the property owner. So in order to add the recurring charge, we can head to the Recurring Charges tab on the left-hand side. Then once you're here, you can add a recurring charge. The charge is going to be for a property owner. And in this scenario, we're going to pay a fixed fee of £500 per month. The invoice date can be today. And then for the period relating to, can be the month ahead. Notice that Arthur auto-populates the forward date from selecting today's date. If you go to transaction type, you can see our new custom analysis code here, rent-to-rent. We can select Save Recurring Charge, and this will save the recurring charge. As you can see, the charge that we just created is now sitting here. Also, we have a past charge, which was created 3 days ago, but we can actually edit this charge and toggle it to off. This leaves us with our remaining rent-to-rent charge, recurring monthly on the 26th of each month. The next step is to set up your tenancies within the property. As you can see, Unit 3 is currently under offer and has a prospective tenant. If we click into Unit 3, go to tenancies. We can see that the tenancy already created. However, the tenancy has not been set up properly, and we've not got any charges here yet. So now we can set the recurring charge to represent rent for the tenant. So make sure to select that this charge is for a tenant, select the name of the tenant, and when they're going to be invoiced. The transaction type will always be direct rent. We can now set the amount that the tenant will be paying monthly and the expected payment date. As you can see, this charge is now active and will start generating invoices on the 26th of each month. We can view this in action if we go to statement. As you can see, we've got a direct rent transaction, which is the invoice for the tenant. This appears on the tenant rent statement. If you find your way back to property level, you'll be able to see the recurring transaction on the statement for the property owner. Go to statement on the left-hand side and change the statement to the property owner statement. As you can see, there's a monthly charge here representing rent going to the property owner. At the bottom here, you can see it says owing to the property owner.